Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to M4J-Hatfield Racing here on F1 2021. We are in the Grand Principality of Monaco for round 3. Rounds 1 and 2 didn't quite go to plan. I mean, Bahrain wasn't too bad, but the less said about Spain, the better, I think. And now we find ourselves in Monaco, which to those of you who don't know Monaco, it's a bit like if you took an F1 track and took all of the runoff areas out of it, put the walls 50% closer, and then expected a race to happen. That's basically Monaco. And there's my P1. Over and done with before I even finish the intro. I can't actually remember exactly what happened there, but something bad happened, obviously. And here we are now then in, I believe this is P2. And that's the end of that one. Again, braking points are not my best, at the best of times, I should say. And I love how Tom does the fast forward of me walking into the garage there. Oh, this is P2. So P1 ended badly. P2 ended worse by the looks of things. At this point, I thought, let's just try and get some development into the car. And actually go through and do the I can't remember what it's called. It's like the fast practice or whatever it's called, the off-track practice basically. And here we are. That's an interesting transition. And here we are then in P3, and we finally nailed turn 1. That's probably the easiest corner on the entire Monaco Grand Prix circuit as well. So to get that one wrong, you really have to be doing something wrong. I should point out I actually recorded this. I recorded this back in the summer sometime. On a controller. I have since got the wheel, and I have also been doing the track guides for racing games. I am the person who edits those. Wow, I was so bad at Monaco watching this back. So bad. Look at that. I think the problem as well was I didn't have a car setup for this track, and this is a very special track in terms of car setup. Teams build custom parts specifically for Monaco. They don't use them anywhere else on the calendar. So I should definitely head over to racinggames.gg and check out some of the setup advice for Monaco, so that I don't end up making mistakes like that. That's a flat-out chicane there, and I've absolutely butchered it. And then we come up here to Arascas, and I actually did okay there. Then you got this weird bit where the barrier just sticks out. And yeah, I'm 5 seconds down on the delta. That's not good.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
And then I go wide on turn 1. I think I actually clipped the barrier there as well. We'll never know. You didn't see anything. Oh yeah, and then the tunnel. Are you okay? So look, last year the tunnel was relatively simple. You just I took someone out. I think that was a Mercedes I took out behind me as well. We'll let Crofty talk. It's fine. I've got editor's notes now as well, by the way, so I don't talk over the important things, or at least hopefully I don't talk over the important things. So yeah, that was a disappointing practice. I've not really got much development into the car. We're going into qualifying now, and you know, when you've got no development in the car, you've got no data to work from. Qualifying suddenly becomes 10 times harder. And I was making a really good point just now, and I completely forgot what it was. But yeah, Monaco. It's a really good track to watch if you're not expecting overtakes. If you are expecting overtakes, if you'd like to see overtakes, probably better to watch something like Baku or Jeddah if you want to see street circuits where overtaking is possible. Oh, that's such a terrible corner. I think what I was going to say... Oh yeah, the tunnel. That was what I was talking about. So it used to just be right hand down as you go through the tunnel. Now it's because of the lack of downforce, it's a lot harder to do. I think it's the only proper underground part. It's not even underground, but you know what I mean, like undercover part of an F1 track anywhere in the world. There is the tunnel at Suzuka, and there's technically the pit exit in Abu Dhabi as well. This is the only part where there's no ambient air coming in from the top. It's all coming in from the front or the back. And I do think that affects the downforce a lot. Especially considering this year with the downforce regulations, that tunnel has suddenly become like an ice rink to actually navigate. It's an absolute nightmare. Incidentally, if you head over to Racing Games socials and check out the Monaco track guide, you'll see it's actually Toby who did the track guide, but we were going to include some outtakes for me attempting to do the track. I ended up having to fire over a message. Oh, there's the wing. I ended up having to fire over a message saying, can someone else please do this because I can't. I think I took 20 attempts and still couldn't put together a lap without crashing. And thankfully in time trial, you don't get any damage. But in this, my team, oh boy, does the damage flow. Oh my god, I've never seen someone go wide on that corner before. Somehow, I'm setting personal best deltas here still. I guess because I hadn't set a decent lap time before. That's not how you go around that corner. You're supposed to actually, in terms of the game, you're supposed to throw the car onto the curb and destabilize it, and then that's what drifts it round, and then you gun it, and away you go. But that's not what worked here. It certainly is not what works in real life. And then you're braking downhill here to the swimming pool chicane, which whoever decided to put that double chicane in there is a masochist at best.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
And then we're running alongside the marina here, or the harbour, however you want to put it. You go around the flat out chicane, then you slow down for that chicane. Then you've got Raskas, which you could be on the lap of your life, and Raskas will still find a way to sneak up on you and pull your trousers down when you're not looking. And then they somehow managed to get a DRS zone in the bus lane here on the pit straight. And just like that, we've done a lap of Monaco. It's absolutely terrible. And I'm pretty sure, yep, there's the collision in the tunnel. And I'm pretty sure I bin it down here somewhere as well. If I don't, I'll be amazed. That's when you just got to give up on the swimming pool chicane. That just isn't happening. Are we in the race? Oh, wow. Are we actually in the... No, we're not in the race. This is qualifying still. Sorry, I had a complete brain fart there and thought we'd actually got into the race. I'm looking at my editor's notes as well, so I know we're not in the race. What am I talking about? Speaking of what am I talking about, I am going to stop talking in a second so we can actually have the pre-race build-up. I am dead last then. It's only 6.7 seconds off the pace. That's better than usual. And yeah, let's get into the race build-up, shall we?
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino, first opened in 1863. And, of course, a certain road race, first held here in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco then. It's not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo, and although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1, so how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Ricciardo, Sainz, Gasly and Lance Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher and Giovinazzi, Russell, Latifi, Sebastian Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty, and Kimi Raikkonen, Delatraz, Mazepin, Ocon and the engineer. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we go then, race beginning. Trying to get a good start. I say that every race like it's something new. It really isn't. Louis Delatraz starting 19th. I was quite happy about that actually. It's good to see the teammate doing the work that I should be doing. Obviously I was absolutely terrified starting this race. I'm bad in traffic at the best of times, and you see already I've got a collision with Ocon warning there. I'm bad in traffic at the best of times, and I end up just braking.
Check your... Are you alright?
And there's the end of the race.
Engine off.
That's funny.
Engine off.
I think, yeah, I do have another go at it, because I thought, stuff that. So old flashback was used. But yeah, I struggle in traffic at the best of times, and it's even more annoying, shall we say, when... oh yeah, that was a bad one too. It's even more annoying when it's Monaco, and you've got no room to work in whatsoever.
Check your
There's another spin.
strategy option.
It's just, yeah, you end up going too slow because you're being cautious, and because of that you end up with no grip in your tyres, and you've got no temperature in your brakes, and you just end up doing something like that, which is literally you light up the rear tyres, you've got no grip whatsoever, you melt away all the grip that you did have, and that's the end of that. And there's the tunnel again. It used to just be a gentle right-hander, whereas now it's like a jerky motion to try and get around that second part. It's not even a consistent corner. Very, very annoying. And that was pretty much the end of the race. That's where I decided to give up. It clearly wasn't working out for me, and I just decided to call it quits and go back to relaxing.
That's it then for another nail-biting Monaco Grand Prix. We were on the edge of our seats the whole time, but they've come through to take a stunning victory. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today. So let's review the updated drivers' standings. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Let's give it to Esteban Ocon. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to check out the Constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
It's genuinely heartbreaking sometimes playing this game. Genuinely heartbreaking. Now, Monaco is, as I said, it's a rare case. Two other drivers DNF, Bottas and Stroll. So when you see something like that, you realise, okay, maybe it's not so bad. Checking the reasons they actually retired, I can't actually... Did I check? I can't actually remember, to be honest. I probably do, because I always check things like that. Actually, it might not tell me, because I technically retired from the race before they did, so, you know, it doesn't simulate it. It just says whether they DNF'd or not. It, like, simulates the result without actually simulating it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But yeah, it's not like we've got Baku next or anything, is it? Oh, crap, we've got Baku next. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Enjoy is a subjective word in this context, I admit. And also, if you're enjoying the series so far, drop some comments down below. Let me know what I should be upgrading with the car, the team, all that good stuff. Even my teammate. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.